presents the Tubcast.
Oh, hey everybody, welcome to the Tubcast. Now, you know, it's your favorite Canadian boy band, the Bare Naked Ladies, here to host the most toast you can boast about north of the border. It's not French toast, it's pancakes, you Canucks. Now put some syrup on it. My name's Eric, joined as always by Kyle.
Hello.
Whose mic is off. Sorry.
Why is my mic off?
There you go.
Hello.
And then there's Jeremy. Is your mic on?
Yep.
Okay, good. And Nathan's here.
I'm not sure if I'm more confused about finding out that we're Canadian or finding out that the Bare Naked Ladies are Canadian.
It's a little troubling.
Both is shocking news.
A lot of famous people are Canadian.
They're very talented, polite people.
Well, let me tell you, we're Canadian with the Bare Naked Ladies.
Yes.
I don't know what that means.
Nor do I.
There's the Bare Naked Ladies are Canadian, and so are we.
Yes.
And I am America, and so can you.
Thank you.
Welcome
Stephen Colbert.
to the Tub of the Union Address 2018. Everybody.
We're so good at this.
Yeah.
We're professionals.
We've done the best of things.
It's huge.
Huge.
Got huge clapping.
We're
Everyone's
huge.
excited.
We had much bigger crowds than Obama's podcast.
I'm waiting for everybody to yell at us.
I'd like to say that when our podcast, we said America 347 times this year. Obama's podcast, he only said it 12 times last year. Okay? Also, I'd like to say that, we said I and me only 34 times in this year's podcast. Obama said it 347,000 times last year. Okay. All right. Now that we got that over, and
Everybody hates
now
us.
that Bernie is done glaring at me from the corner, slow clapping, we can start the show. It's been a wonderful time. It's been a happy time. It's a great time. It's time to celebrate. We're glad to be here.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
Actually, it's been probably longer.
Kyle didn't get it.
No, I did get it. I know.
You should say you're sorry.
I'm surprised
I got
we
it.
didn't keep it going. I'm kind of
You
disappointed.
should
Yeah.
say sorry. I know it's not
should say
perfect.
it?
I don't know.
Me?
Somebody.
I was
sorry.
just making sure people were aware because last week we had our debacle with Cox, so we didn't actually stream live last week. So
Yeah.
it's been longer than a week.
Trev Dog says, let the record show that was the most applause ever recorded at the same time. Yes, this is also true. No,
Would have probably been more if Trevor were here.
Trevor then apologized.
yeah, sorry, Trevor. It's his go-to. What's that?
Teddy did say, wow, that hoodie. Patreon color hoodie.
See, that's what I said right when I walked in. I'm like,
Yep.
hey, Jeremy's wearing Patreon Coral.
It's for you.
Got that
It's
coral.
for the Patreons.
It's for you
the patrons.
Patreons.
The
Yeah,
patrons, I'm sorry.
There is no
Patrons.
hood on it, though.
Oh, yeah,
No,
it's like
no,
a
it's-
pullover.
It's a pullover,
Partial zip.
kind of like a sweater. Whoa.
Ronan the Wanderer says that Trevor's Canadian.
He is. That's true.
Trevor was born in Canada, but moved to America at a very young age. He
Just
actually
like
had to
us.
float across the Pacific Ocean on a raft. I know geography.
Yeah.
Technically, that
Nathan
works,
is
actually.
wearing a very festive blazer. Do you realize that it's Christmas?
It's Christmas?
Though that the blazer is kind of Christmassy is all I'm saying.
I don't get Christmas from this.
Yeah, Christmas color plaid on
It's
the
red and
lining.
green.
No.
don't
There's
blame
blue and
Nathan
yellow
for
in
that.
there. It's green, red, blue, and yellow.
It looks a little bit
Still
like
Christmassy.
a festive elf
It's
like vest or
Pirate vest.
pirate elf blazer.
Would you like me to stand up so you get a better
Yes.
view of it?
Yes,
Could you show us in
please.
front of the...
Yes, we all like to witness Nathan's. Actually, it's
This is a little
it's
more circus clown,
Christmas.
or not circus.
Christmas.
Are you in the Shrine Circus this year?
Oh yeah,
Nathan,
Nice.
if memory serves me correctly, this would be this would be the costume that you wore in a play in college. Is that correct?
That is correct, Kyle.
Okay. All right.
When you were Judas
I was Judas.
and you killed Jesus.
Well, yes.
Yeah. That's
And since college, you've moved at least 2 times across the country, and you brought it with you?
Well, let me explain.
He recently
all right.
acquired it, didn't he?
Yes, I recently reacquired it.
so it's like a hand.
Did you go to this
hand-me-down.
defunct college and steal it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. So I went to the last musical performance at the college because it's closing down at the end of the semester. And because it was the last performance, quite a bit of the alum of the musical department was there, and one of them brought this jacket with her because it was hers. And I said, and come to find out it would have been sitting in storage, so I said, if you've just been having that in storage, could I have it? And she goes, absolutely. It would just be right. So
It's really awesome.
It is.
You can wear that. Can be just kind of like your new style.
You should wear that to Comic-Con this year.
just because.
But just that.
And then people.
Whoa,
and then
well,
with
it's
the
a little too
Speedo.
short.
and then
too short.
And then when they ask you
It would work.
what you're dressed as, you just say it's my own creation.
I'm an OC.
Just say you're a Christmas elf pirate.
I'm an OC from my Harry Potter fanfic. Weasel.
Yes.
Weasel is my name.
Nathan, how many fanfics have you written?
3, 2.
Are they all Harry Potter?
No, literally none of them are Harry Potter. I don't know why
Oh.
that's the word I pulled out of
Okay.
my posterior.
Your posterior. Your rear.
You could do Superman in a non-canon, self-written comic book
Yes.
from the Christmas pirate days.
Yeah, it's my own Elseworlds take on Superman.
There you go.
Okay.
People would believe it.
So what's everybody been up to lately?
Nathan's been writing
Nathan's been
fanfics.
writing fan fiction.
Are they all? I mean, are they all like sexy fanfics, or are they just
No, none of mine are
none
sexy.
of them are? Okay.
No, one of them was a novelization of the Star Wars Holiday Special that tried to be good.
Serious? Okay.
Yeah, serious.
You wrote this?
I wrote that.
Where's it at?
I don't know if you can ever find it, but you might be able to.
Did you post it online?
I posted. I know I posted one of them on fanfiction.net. I don't know if I posted that one. That's the most notable one.
All right. Jeremy, what have you been up to besides, wearing cool coral pullover things?
That's about it.
Very exciting. I think that, it's
You
just
live an
really-
exciting life, man.
Kyle, what have you been up to? You've been watching Waco?
I
or
watched Waco. Yeah, the first episode. I didn't see the second one because I was here doing the loop.
Mm-hmm.
That show is really good.
something? Yeah.
I'm excited to see the end of it.
Cool.
I don't remember much of what actually happened. And I caught myself kind of like looking at the real story, and then I was like, no, I need to stop this now.
I need to see the fake story.
And I need to see the fake story first.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is about the Koresh.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like a
So are they
mini
gonna
series.
are they gonna explain how the government used chemical weapons on their own?
I don't.
Citizens?
Stop it. I didn't read it.
No, that's from the real story. What are
I
you talking-
didn't read the real
just
story.
said he
because
didn't read it.
Thanks
Were
for
you not
listening
old
to
enough
me.
for Waco?
Did you listen to anything that I
No,
was
no,
saying?
I thought
there?
you were alive then. Were you not
I
alive?
was.
Oh, okay. So
Did you not
didn't-
listen to what I just said?
Not reading the story and not knowing the story
I
are
said
gravely
I
different.
don't remember much of anything.
You were like 5, right?
So
I
he
was like
started
5.
to
Okay.
read it
So
to
I started
refresh,
to read it.
and then he quit reading it because he didn't want to spoil it. So there. It's
not in all
But
the
why?
timelines.
Why don't? Well, I'll tell you what happened, Kyle.
People
so
died.
David Koresh
There was
a
a tank.
charismatic religious cult leader.
Yep.
And people liked him a lot.
And he made
because
all
had
the ladies
a beard
sexy.
like Jesus, and he had lots of wives, and they made children that grew up in the Branch Davidian.
Yes.
And then I think it was John Goodman who was leading the ATF. They crashed a tank into him.
no, it wasn't. He wasn't leading the ATF.
Yep, that's how it goes. Stop arguing.
Okay.
It was John Candy then.
yes.
That's true. How? Well, okay. So if you guys
But
haven't
it's
been
good.
doing anything, what? Yeah, he said it's
Yes,
good.
it's really
it's
good.
on
Like-
it's on Paramount Network, which it was formerly Spike TV, but they realized that this weird
Bro
misogynistic
Nation.
bro channel isn't really working anymore. So
Yeah.
they're like, maybe we'll call it Paramount because we own it. But if you have the app, you can still watch 1,000 Ways to Die. It's still on there,
Nice.
so it's important.
That was really the only great work that they were doing, right?
I don't know. I don't even know if they've aired any new episodes of that for quite a while. So.
Nathan, thanks for posting your fan fiction.
You're
so
welcome.
everyone can read it.
Oh, you found it, huh?
Not the holiday special. I don't think I ever posted that one, but I found the one that I did post.
And what's that?
It's the Phantom Menace, but from Count Dooku's perspective.
Ooh.
It's a Phantom Menace from Count Dooku's
I wonder if your
perspective.
title, Once a Jedi, was inspiration for the last.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I bet
totally.
they found this fanfic.
Yeah.
Did you have Luke drinking alien breast milk in this?
You know, it's been a while since I've read it. I may have.
Okay, good. So they probably stole that from
Yeah.
He's like, I can't remember if that made it into the published work or not.
Let me read an excerpt from this, okay?
Okay.
Let me find a good one. Actually, I'm not trying to find a good one. I'm just going to pick one and read it. Dooku knew what the enemy was doing, but he repressed the inner voice that screamed, "Don't fall into his trap." In favor of one that called out all the louder,
Where did you start
"That
from?
fool! He's giving me exactly the advice I need to kill him." In a moment of weakness, the Sith held his crimson sword all too loosely. Dooku seized the moment to pull it to himself with the Force, pointing both weapons at his nemesis. He growled, "You will bow before me, then I will avenge my apprentice." Sounds very sexual. I'm
Because
very-
you read it in that voice.
I was going to say, this is why I read the news stories and Eric doesn't.
There's no projection there from Eric's
None
perspective.
whatsoever.
None.
It's very good, Nathan.
Thank you.
I will. I'll read the rest of this in my free time. Jolliver says, "I just hear weird whispering." Well,
You know, that's all I hear, too.
Trevor said, why did you read it like 50 Shades of Grey?
because that's just how I imagine.
Because
this
he's a
happening.
gray Jedi. I mean, come on.
Yeah, 50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades of Grenadine.
Ooh, it's all red.
Where is it?
I don't know. It's different shades. All right, so nobody else has been doing anything. Let me take a recap. Let me rewind from last Thursday to this Thursday. What have I done?
Played video games.
I played some video games. I did the work stuff.
You went to work.
I did.
I did some of that.
I think that's it. So, anyways, we're very boring. Let's read news.
It's time for the only news stories worth talking about.
I don't know what you're telling me. New
Kyle's
report
hand miming.
suggests solo trailer at After All.
Big game. I tried to edit it in.
Oh, are we not allowed to say that?
You're not allowed to say that word, and I know
Screw
at least,
that.
At least
Are you
on
kidding
No,
me?
I'm serious.
New
I'm serious.
report suggests
I'm-
solo trailer
guys.
at Super Bowl
Okay.
After All.
What is your problem, Kyle?
We're
No,
not-
that is a legitimate thing. Like, you can't say that on the radio or on
Yeah.
TV or any type of broadcast
He's right. But
unless you are like specifically
Super Bowl.
licensed.
Super Bowl.
Oh, hopefully this isn't the last episode
I
of the
just said
Tubcast.
Superb Owl.
Superb
okay?
Owls. Yeah.
We are excited for the Superb Owl event that is coming up.
They're holding a parliament.
Yeah. So the
at
new
the excellent soup dish.
the game of balls.
Sounds like Nathan's fan.
No one's watching it anyway, right? I thought the whole
Somebody's
kneeling
watching.
thing meant people
you're-
weren't going to watch it.
The whole what?
Kneeling thing.
Oh, I thought you were
that
talking about us. I was like, way to
No, you'll
cut
watch
people
it,
down.
obviously.
Super
No,
Bowl.
I thought you were talking about us, men in a tub.
Oh, yeah, people are totally watching us.
Super Bowl Sunday. Sunday. Super Bowl
Sunday, we may finally see a trailer for Solo.
while
a
we're
Star
watching the
Wars
Super
story.
Bowl.
Yes.
Kyle's so triggered right now.
I'm not triggered. I'm legitimately concerned about our
Really?
well-being.
He's
Really?
concerned about the Eagles and the Canaries,
Patriots.
the Patriots at the Super Bowl.
You sounded oddly like Bill Cosby there, especially
You see, you got the Super Bowl full of Jello pudding.
and now that you're trying to do it, you sound less like him. But
Okay, sorry, Theo.
See, we're commentating,
Rudy.
so it's fair use.
No, it's not. That's
Yeah,
not
it's
how.
totally fair use.
No, that's
Commentating.
not how it works.
Yep.
We're just telling
Not
that.
with that game.
We'll just tell them that's what I call my toilet.
Well, not because it hasn't gone to court yet, so maybe we're going to set a precedence.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Trevor
Court, we're on the way.
Trevor says in the chat, "I'm gonna turn y'all into the Super Bowl people." Is that like a magic trick where you turn us into Super Bowl people who are actually really excited about the Super Bowl? I couldn't be I'm not excited about the Super Bowl. I was excited about the Super Bowl when the Vikings were going to go to the Super Bowl. But now that the Vikings didn't make it to the Super Bowl, I could care less about the Super Bowl.
Hey, Eric,
Yeah.
Eric, look at my map.
Your map?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
for our audio listeners,
Is that directions to Minnesota where the Super Bowl is being held?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a map directly there.
for our audio listeners, Jeremy held up nothing.
Not a real map. Okay, tell us
Hashtag
this.
not
So
real.
we're going to see a
So
trailer.
there are rumors and a new report that suggests that the first trailer for Solo will be debuting on Sunday.
Sunday,
despite the
Sunday,
fact
Sunday.
that they had previously had reports that said that it wouldn't. It would make sense that if the reason that we haven't seen it yet is that they were saving it for Sunday because this movie is supposed to come out in like 3 months. So
And Sunday is the day for trailers.
Do you think it's going to be good?
I don't know.
Nope.
I mean, really, at this point,
It's gonna be terrible.
going to be one of those where I'm going in with not the greatest expectations of it and hope to be surprised.
It's going to be a comedy skit. And then they'll be like, ha ha. SNL joke. Just kidding.
Is that really what you think?
Yeah.
Tell us more.
Just, you know.
So you think that Han Solo, or Solo, a Star Wars story, is going to be... I like how you... I don't know that you necessarily went out of your way to get the wrong title of
I don't know
this
what you're
movie.
talking about.
Yeah,
But you
did.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But the image says Han Solo.
Yep.
Which is not the correct title.
Yep. I didn't want us to get in trouble
Oh, good.
with the Super Bowl.
Oh,
The
okay.
Super Bowl, yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Don't want to get in trouble with the Super Bowl. So we went with the safer title for the
Yeah.
for the Star
Well,
Wars.
I didn't
movie.
want to get in trouble with that red cup company either.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the
you
red
can't say
cup.
that. You
I would
can't-
never say that because that's a real brand.
That's right.
We will call that the single cup for the single man.
That's me.
It's just for you. So
Just
look
for
forward
me.
to seeing this. I hope it's good. It's got my boy in it, Danny
Yeah.
Glover. It's got my boy.
Did you say Danny Glover?
Danny Glover?
You
yeah.
said Danny Glover.
Danny Glover, yeah. It's got my boy Danny Glover. It's got my Harry Allison. I like both of them. And then it's gonna
And the bald
Is that
dude,
what you were
what's his
calling
name?
Chewbacca now?
Harry Nelson.
no Harry Allison.
Oh, Harry Allison.
He's the guy from that one Natural Born Killers.
From the Truman Show.
And then you got the dog guy, the furry dog face. I like him too.
and
He's
you
tall.
got the
Chris Pratt.
mother of dragons.
yes, yeah.
Chris Pratt's in it too.
And then you have is that one of the not the Mean Girls, what's the Poor Girls show?
Spice Girls.
Porgs.
No,
The two broke girls.
is that one of the two broke
The
girls?
Mean Girls.
Which
Oh, the
in the
broke
middle
girls.
or on
The one with the
left?
lipstick.
Are you
No,
referring
I
to
don't
Kat
think so.
Dennings?
The bee in
that's not
apartment
her.
23 or whatever.
No, that was Kristen
No?
Ritter.
Oh, okay.
That was Jessica Jones.
Doesn't that kind of look like?
She has red lipstick. I figured that's
Doesn't
Jessica
that kind of
Jones.
look like her?
Yeah, I could see a
I
resemblance to
can
Kat
see
Dennings.
I can see the resemblance, but that's not her.
So
It's not.
It's not two broke solos.
No, it's not Two Broke Solos.
It looks like,
Been in trouble with
But it's
all
not-
since the day they was born.
and that guy with the curly hair looks kind of like Patrick Kleptic from Waypoint, but I'm assuming that's
Or
not
like
him
one
either.
of the guys from one of those TV. What are those? What's the word I'm looking for? Like the serialized Law and Order type of shows.
And the guy that
NCIS
they got,
or
they got to
something.
place Han Solo looks like he was like the third choice for a Stargate reboot. So like I just don't know that.
Yeah. But he had already played as like,
Yeah.
an alien, but he was in makeup then, so you didn't really know.
I don't know. And then. Like, is that one of the stepbrothers of the Savage Boys? Like in the bottom
I think
corner,
so,
like it looks
yeah.
like it could be like Fred's like brother from another.
It's gonna be such
mother.
a good movie.
I don't know. Hopefully, it's great. I'm excited because it has the furry cowman and the boys
The Yeti and the boys.
and my favorite African American mayor.
Furry Cowman and the Boys is the name of my band.
I thought you were going somewhere else. I really did.
Didn't occur to me until you said that. Now I'm there.
He's like
We
that.
were
That
treading
now
dangerous
too.
waters here on this episode.
0 days, Kyle.
It's also in his fanfic,
I didn't say it on air, man.
where he's the lead singer of a band called Furry Cowman and the Boys.
I love it.
And whenever he gets
Can we write that album?
whenever he gets like a groupie in the green room, he's like, "You wanted to see the inspiration for my band name?"
You ever went cow tipping?
Can I just point out?
Is that just the first thing you think of when you hear cow?
No, it's because
We're gonna tip him.
I'm assuming because you're the hairy cowman.
Maybe I'm one of the boys.
Okay,
I could be one of the boys.
You could be, if you choose to be.
I'm so proud of Kyle right now. He's taken every ounce of power in him to not go, "What's happening?" And he's done it. All right. No,
right.
obviously it's Chewbacca. You're right.
Yeah, it'll all come clear on Sunday during the Super Bowl.
Oh, wait, he says Chewbanca.
Chewbacca. Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Chubananka?
Chewbacca.
What
yeah.
you been chewing, Anka?
I was gonna say that the two guys that no one recognizes, those are the two guys that got fired from this movie.
Which two guys? The Savage brother.
The
and-
Savage brother and the guy in the sweater.
Nice.
Miller and Lord?
Yeah, Miller and Lord. They're the ones that Ron Howard came in and said, "I'll do a better job than you guys did. I'll clean up your
So
mess."
they're the pre-Ron Howard.
They're pre-Ron Howard.
I'd hate to see the.
That's
post.
why this is an old
That's why this is the best picture I
old
could find.
picture with the old.
Did you
old
purposely
working
look for the
title.
lowest resolution just to make it look like garbage?
It's
I'm
gonna
sure
look
I
like
could find
garbage
lower
on the internet.
resolution.
I mean, I don't know. I'll take your.
Well,
word
that's just
for it.
because it's really small in that shot.
I feel like I like
I feel like I did this movie justice.
No, but you got to realize
haven't
sometimes,
even
sometimes Kuipers puts it big behind us, Jeremy, and you forget that it needs to be higher resolution for that. But you're still really proud of the fact that you picked the worst photo ever. I think it's going to be great. I can't wait to see Solo Star Wars Story. I am very excited. I know that it has my boy Ronald Glover in it, and
Ronald Glover.
and I just can't wait to see.
And Don Howard directed it.
Yes, and Woody Charleston is my favorite actor.
Oh man,
Hey, just for reference, that girl actually looks nothing like the
She has
broke
like
girl.
a cool birthmark on her head or something.
Yeah, she does.
Okay, all right, that's that story. Let's move on. I want to see it. I like Star Wars. I like Han Solo.
I like space movies.
I just I don't love the actor they picked to play Han Solo, but I love the actor they picked to play Lando.
I've seen him in one movie, and he was a cowboy.
So he was a
that.
cow. So we know it's
Yeah,
a cow man.
cows.
He was a cow man in the movie Kyle
And
saw.
the balls.
the hairy-
I mean the hairy what?
The Hairy Boys.
The Hairy Boys.
Were the horses he rode.
Yeah.
All right,
And
next
I'm
story comes from CNN.com. Obviously fake news. We know this thanks
Yep.
to our president.
He's so great.
It's the state of the U. But this is from CNN.com, and according to CNN.com, it says coffee may come with a cancer warning in California.
There's
Why do you
cancer in
say
California?
California.
Why are you saying like it is fake news?
Because it
Because
is.
it is.
Everything causes cancer, so I guess we should put labels
Yeah,
on
but
everything.
this is real news that
Someone-
California is trying to do this.
Someone
I
get
know, but
a
I'm-
large label and fly it out to the sun so that everybody can see it.
So
It
you're
says-
to clarify, you think that coffee causing cancer is fake news, not that California would believe that and want to put warning
No, I
sign-
agree that that's
signs
actually
at-
true, truly happening.
Okay, cool.
Because that's what CNN told me.
All right,
Yeah.
gotcha. Just following up with you here.
I was talking more about the fact that the cancer and the coffee connection.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
Apparently, there's some chemical that they think does this called acrylamide.
I suppose next they're going to say
Yeah.
bacon makes you heart attack.
Well,
Yeah.
too big of cups of soda.
I would hope they would construct a better sentence than that. But
No. This week in CNN, we'd like to report that bacon heart attacks you.
Kuipers was saying before the show that we need signs on the inside of every door, so before you go outside of any building, that says the sun causes cancer.
Beware.
Beware. Yeah.
Wear your umbrella
So,
hats.
Yeah.
guys, this is clearly fake news because this says that there were questions that Starbucks referred to National Coffee Association, the industry's trade association, which said it was not in a position to comment on the litigation. But it also says that the association's president and CEO is Bill Murray. There's no way that guy's that.
I mean, that's probably accurate.
Yeah. There couldn't be two people with that common of a name.
No, there is no other. There is no other Bill Murray.
Because he's the only one who can
Bill
say Bill
frickin'
Murray,
Murray.
on the internet.
Bill frickin' Murray.
It's just like the Super Bowl.
That's what I was getting at.
I don't know how you were trying to get to that.
He owns the trademark on that.
If you say
name.
Bill Murray on a podcast, he'll sue you. Can I title this episode Super Bowl?
No.
no.
Yeah, but
Sue per bowl.
But you have to spell it BOLE.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, you
And it'd
guys
be-
can
and
poke
it'd be
fun all you want. I was just
SOUP.
trying to,
SOUP-R
I know.
dash
save
BOLE.
save us the $5 that we have to
Kyle.
our collective.
Kyle, I know
name.
I know that's actually a fact, but it's just I don't know that it'll affect us.
I don't either, but that's why I was trying to steer us away from it, just to be
You're a
smart.
smart man who's
I'm trying to be a smart businessman,
protecting the brand
and you're just
and protecting our ship. And I just
standing balls to the walls.
that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make any sense.
Okay, what's another analogy?
I don't
for
know,
that?
but it's not. Anyways, so this coffee
you-
thing. Let's
did-
get to the coffee thing.
Did you know that when I was
That's pretty much it.
Oh, Nathan, did we know when you were what?
when I was a kid, I briefly thought that Superman's powers were derived from soup
That's
because
It's
of
true.
the name.
Yeah.
It's true.
No, I get it.
Soup Man.
Superman.
It's accurate.
But where did the come from?
I don't know. It made sense. I was like, okay, Batman dresses like a bat. Superman must dress like soup.
Teddy
So-
brings up a good point. What if you get famous, and then after you get famous, the NFL sues us?
We'll record a
Yeah.
video of us taking a knee
Yes, that will definitely cause them to not
in
sue us.
solidarity.
No, we're the XFL here. We no DUIs.
There's no politics allowed here in the
and
XFL.
no kneeling in the XFL.
XFL.
Did you know that Trump and McMahon are buddies? So that's why
The XFL is coming
Anyway.
back.
not Ed McMahon, but
Steve McMahon,
not Steve McMahon.
Fred McMahon.
Probably.
No, so they said that the exposure of acrylamide still
Yes.
needs future studies, according
not
to
a
a
word Kyle just
2014
made up.
review that was on the chemical's relationship to a wide variety of cancers in the Journal of Nutrition and Cancer. In addition to coffee, acrylamide can be found in potatoes and baked goods like crackers, bread, and cookies, breakfast cereal, canned black olives, prune juice, although its presence is not always labeled. So, I mean, really, if that's not going to give you cancer, something else that you eat probably is. So, I mean, why do we care?
But think about it this way.
tiny cancer.
But California says for your cancer, you can smoke marijuana.
Oh,
So, give and take.
Jeremy's always here bringing you the
cup of coffee is half full, perspective.
So you drink only half of the coffee and then you go get a J.
No, you start drinking tea, if you know what I mean.
You roll up your tea leaves and
Herbal tea?
No,
Yes.
you just eat some brownies.
do a big fat roll and you light it on fire.
I haven't had brownies in a long time.
Brownies sound good.
Herbs that have names like
special brownies?
cloud bloom.
I mean, all brownies
fires.
are very special.
I do not discriminate.
That is true.
Yes. You know
But
what?
not blondies. Those are different.
Blondies are inherently different from brownies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're blondies, not brownies.
Blondies can have chocolate chips in them.
Oh
which
no,
are-
they can't.
You
They-
can put chocolate chips in a
no,
brownie.
Butterscotch chips in a blondie.
No,
Come on.
Blondie has chocolate chips. Though.
Oh,
I mean, butterscotch sounds nice. What about cinnamon chips? Those are good.
Now we're talking.
Huh? I like cinnamon chips.
what about the Red Hots?
Why
Could you put
is
the
it
Red
that you
Hots
can't-
in there?
I don't
Why?
think so. No.
Why would you do that?
They would melt, but it might be all right. You know what's
Ugh.
Red Hots are good in is apple cider.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
They melt out. They melt them in there, and they get cinnamony and delicious.
Kuipers.
If that
get
It
us
should
some
go well with a
brownies
brownie.
And hot, hot chocolate. Hot cider.
If I cared enough to throw a Super Bowl party, I would have all of those things on the menu.
Nice.
Menu in
What
a
time
tub.
should I be over?
I'm not having a Super Bowl party.
Okay.
BBC.com reports that adolescence now lasts from 10 to 24 years of age. All right. So that
Jeremy,
means
did you make this graphic or did you find it online?
What are you talking about?
I gotta ask every time.
We never know.
It's not a picture that's in the article, so
It's almost identical. It's those kids
except
older.
you put like
No,
their tongues out.
an infographic up.
yeah, there's
it's
an
the same
infographic.
kids, just
There's
years
no
later.
infographic in this story.
You found a picture of the same kids older somehow.
Still in adolescence.
You know how you take a picture that a childhood picture. You like where go
I
find the same
understand.
clothes,
I understand, but they're like maybe like 4 years older.
And they're
in this
not
picture.
in this. They're
Yeah, 'cause
not
they're
in the same.
24.
They're
obviously.
not in the same clothes that they were in this picture.
Look at that
right.
guy's shirt. Look at
He's
look at
got
their.
studs on his
I
V-neck.
know,
That's
right?
weird.
It's a very studly V-neck.
Well, okay, here's what I'm going to guess Jeremy did. He reverse Google image searched the image in the article and found this, which was similar because it's the same people recreating the same picture.
No.
I think you're onto
Actually.
something. All right. So what is
There's
it?
so
what
many
are they
selfie
saying?
pictures on the
what
internet,
Are they,
it's crazy.
Okay. What are they actually saying then? Like, is it?
They're saying that now. Previously, it was thought that adolescence was something that would end at 19. Now they are saying that it is something that is now going to 24.
What is the definition of adolescence? It's not the same as
it has to do
puberty.
with-
Post puberty, pre adulthood.
But you can't be 10 and be post puberty.
well,
That's
actually,
when
so
puberty-
that's the
Watch me.
thing. So
Dark.
so it used to be 30, 40 years ago that puberty started on average between 14 and 15.
Mm-hmm.
And today it's between 10 and 11 on
Because of
average.
the beef hormones.
There you go.
Where's the beef?
It's all hormony.
Hall Morny.
So you're saying that kids start puberty earlier, but then it lasts longer.
Right.
Not the puberty, the adolescence.
The adolescence.
Yeah, but that's just because they don't have to be responsible until they're older.
So we should change the drinking age to 24,
Maybe.
25. That's what you're trying to advocate here.
72.
I'm not advocating anything.
Oh, okay. I just feel like you've got a take on
I think the
this.
people who are doing this are potentially advocating that until you're at least 25, you shouldn't be considered an adult and thus shouldn't be responsible for your own actions.
I mean, but back in the day, you were lucky to live to 25. So
Exactly.
I mean, it's good.
The impression I got from the article is just the same thing that we've said for a while, but we just weren't calling it continued adolescence, that the brain is still developing until like 25.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is something that has been studied a lot and seems to be about where they say that it's fully reached development is at 25.
and it makes a lot of sense. If you think you're an adult when you turn 18, you quickly realize, no, I'm not.
Right.
And unless you're not willing to admit it to yourself. But if you are, you're like, there's no way I'm an
I mean,
adult
I guess
right now.
just like, what does that mean, though? To say what does it mean to be an adult? That's like a really abstract
True.
thing.
I think
mean,
you got to
to
be 30
define.
to really feel like an adult.
I don't know though. Like I got married when I was 18. I did a lot of adulting when I turned 18. So I'm just saying, all sorts of adulting.
After you got married.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Save it. Save your
Children
adulting for
here.
marriage.
Yeah.
Meh.
No, but I just, it's a thing of like, hey, I've got an adulting purity ring. There's a lot of it's a weird thing to define though. I think because like, how do you say? Well, obviously, at 18 you're an adult, or obviously at 24 you're an adult, or like how can you define?
Well, I
that?
thought I was reading somewhere in it too, where part of their argument was that people are getting married later as well. So because of that, they're not doing adult things until later in life. Like they were saying, average. I think they said the average male was between like 31 and 34 that they got married.
Yeah,
and it was
between 32
a little younger
and
for women, I think.
30 and a half.
Teddy
years
says
for women.
this is a really good point, maybe. That it's to prove to insurance companies that you can be on your parents' plan until you're 25.
Well, the only difference is this is something that is a research or something that was put out in England. So this is a report that is in regard. I mean, they're saying that the averages and the things that they studied. This study was done in England and Wales. So this is something that was not done stateside. It's not with us with a U.S. agenda or anything.
I think that
Is that what you were trying to say, Nathan?
No, I was going to say it's also not legally binding
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
anything.
No,
it's
more of a
just
statement.
Yeah.
Well, I think that Jolliver kind of has a good point in a lot of ways. He says, I think the key to adult is realizing that no one has any idea what they're doing at any age.
False. We know exactly what we're doing right now.
At the Super Bowl.
We're the best at what we do.
Yeah. You
Obviously,
were put on this planet
he's
for one
still
reason.
adolescent, so
I'm only 22
and a half.
and a half. I
yeah.
got another year and a half of adolescence.
I wondered, it's true because I think a lot of people, like you go through different stages in life. It's like you're like, okay, I'm at this stage in my life, whatever that may be. It's like you don't always know what to do, or maybe you get married. I don't know what's going on here. You have a kid. What in the world are we doing with this thing? And then just every stage you go through, like nobody prepares you for really prepares you for like job interviews and like interacting with, like if you have to go to a doctor for something, like what questions should I be asking the doctor? Should I just listen to them about everything
when
and just
do
do
you
what
have to
they
get a prostate exam?
Well, that's very well documented.
Oh,
Starting
okay,
at 40,
sorry.
you should
Sorry.
start getting a prostate exam. But it's true.
Not
There's
worried
just-
about it.
There's
What?
just a lot of confusing things.
I think that some of it too is that I think it does tie into when they've said that the brain has hit its full development. I think that plays a key part to it, and I think that it's as a generalization. I think that there are a lot of people that are still going through a lot of growing up and finding themselves specifically in that 18 to 24 age, because that's when a lot of people are at college or like out on their own, kind of doing things that aren't just high school at home all the time. So I think that's part of the reason that there is that early adulthood, late adolescence that's falling into that time frame.
I'm not sure what you just said, Kyle, to be honest.
Okay, move on. I'm sorry. Screw you guys.
I'm not trying to offend you. I just don't know what you mean.
I'm just saying, like, that's a time frame that a lot of people are still growing and actually growing outside of having their parents as integrated in their life as they were up to 18 for a large majority of people.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of this is a very generalization, and it's not going to be accurate to everyone, but I think that's the big thing to take away
I think we've all met very immature people at 18 and very immature people
At
even
50.
way older than
38.
that,
I've met some very immature 4-year-olds.
Well,
I've met some pretty mature 4-year-olds.
yeah.
Good.
It's we're having an intelligent argument here, and we're being very gracious of each other's opinions and viewpoints.
Yes,
I really don't understand what you just said. at all.
Well,
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
I will take some more Cabernet.
Do you have any more of that gray poop on?
It's great. You're doing something wrong.
No,
Next story.
I'm sorry. Everybody does things different. We're all together in this crazy world learning how to hold
All we do
hands
is live to die.
and die to live.
Live free or die hard.
Die tomorrow.
Die another day.
No, that's what adulthood is.
I just like
You start dying.
I just like the fourth one
You're
when
not wrong.
Well, technically, you start dying once you come out of the womb, right?
No, you're still growing.
You start dying at
He's right.
inception.
Oh, okay. So once you
Once you hit 24.
Once you get past 24, you're producing fewer new cells than you are decaying.
Correct.
Okay.
You decay. Yeah, your decaying is at a faster
Your
rate
decay rate
than your
algorithm.
growth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, everyone here. Wait,
Your X-spot.
Kuipers, are you over 24?
No, I'm only turning 23 in a couple weeks.
Oh, with your
Our adolescent.
baby
It's called the X spot.
Oh, you baby Kuipers. Kuipers. Where's my Kuipers?
That's true.
He's right there.
Who's your
It's a
Kuipers?
it's a
Who's your
graph
big
thing.
boy? Who's your
The
big
X
boy?
spot.
Kuipers.
It's where the correlation of one item increasing while the other is decreasing.
Right.
And where they intersect.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've learned that. It's a graph.
your
top
big Kuipers.
thing.
Hey, big Kuipers, we're gonna go to a new story, Kuipers. Who can do it? Yeah.
Kyle, what, do you want me to read the next story then?
Next
or-
story.
All right, next story. Kyle likes baby talk. Next story comes from nationalgeographic.com. It says, can peacocks be emotional support animals? It's complicated.
Yes, this is a picture. If you're looking at this here, of someone that was trying to take a peacock that is their pet on a flight, and it was denied.
That's because the plane was jealous. Put on.
You suck.
That was one of the most half-hearted rim shots I've ever heard.
I'm not even sure how that was funny.
Yeah. So this is something that apparently all.
I guess the peacock would actually be jealous because the plane can fly better.
Maybe.
I don't.
I've never know how much peacocks fly. I really don't.
They can only fly over short distances.
Yeah.
There you go.
Not
It's
very
mostly
high.
gliding,
Right.
jump and glide, mostly.
But the plane can't put its wings up and be like,
Admittedly, I don't know much about peacock psychology, but I doubt they would be jealous of a plane.
I don't know. Maybe
It
not.
might be though. There's
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Their brains are pretty small.
well, that's because their heads are pretty small. I mean, really, we're talking egg-sized.
Okay, enough talking about peacock envy. On with the story.
What kind of egg, though? Not an ostrich egg,
Jeremy,
obviously.
stop peacock blocking the story.
Yeah.
Okay. Just listen.
There's, I don't even know where my brain is
don't
going.
get your
with
tail
things.
feathers in a bunch.
Stop being a cock and let me read this. All right. A
Go on,
peacock.
Kyle. Beak.
Jeremy's just got the colorful feathers on, and he's trying to show off
Are you
peacocking.
Yeah, there it
He's
is.
got bright colors.
You're implying I'm trying to mate?
I don't know what you're trying to do.
No, but Nate's definitely trying to mate right now. You know what rhymes with Nate?
Oh, I know. Procrastinate.
Yes. Procrastinate. It's when you need to mate, but you don't want to do it right now.
No, I have a headache. Family friendly.
Hashtag procrastinate.
I thought it was when you were really good
It's
at
really-
swearing at your significant other.
No, it's like Darwinism. It's like when all the species just die off because they procrastinate.
I feel like to some degree, I feel like this whole episode is just turned into a broken mess. But we're getting a whole bunch of LMAO, LOLF. Kyle, I feel like we're doing a good job tonight,
Kyle,
guys.
this
We're doing
show-
a really good job.
This show has always been an excuse to just get us to talk.
We're the best.
We've done all the good things
All
this year.
it's huge. It's a great
Been
time.
the best of years.
Lagerfeld was
thank you.
so
Okay,
impressed.
thank you.
She gave us 100 bits. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't even know where to go with this other than peacocking.
Okay, so we've all seen the dog in a restaurant with a little
Right.
vest on, and he's fancy. He says, "I'm a service animal. You can't kick me out of here. I'm walking here. I'm with my owner. I'm here in case
There's
of
a
that."
difference
So-
between a service animal, though, and an emotional.
I know, but they
Right.
both have like little vests on, and you
Yeah,
put their
but they
tail
are
in your
different.
mouth when
They
you have
are
a seizure
different,
or
yes,
something.
but it is something that Under the Americans with Disability Act, a service animal is legally a dog trained to work or perform a task for people with disabilities, guiding blind people, whatnot. Whereas the support, emotional support, there is allowances where those kinds of animals can be brought on planes and whatnot, as long as there is.
That's where they lie because they got this little dog
Well,
and they like to
no,
carry it in a
that's-
purse.
no.
And they're like, it's makes a purse.
No, and
No?
Yes and no. So a lot of
I feel
what,
like that's a little judgy.
what this story it is a little judgy.
You think.
It's a little judgy.
Okay.
I mean, it's made me feel bad because I have seen that in an instant where you're kind of like, really, what does this dog do? And it's like, well, it helps me know like if my forehead's gonna be itchy later, and it's like,
Right,
oh,
but I think that is something that it's
I feel more comfortable petting it.
yeah,
it's hard to tell with that if that is some. I mean, with the exception of very specific, like a blind person, you've got a guide dog. You know
Can I
what
tell
the
a
dog
story?
is for. Sure.
I knew a lady that had a service dog because she would have seizures.
See, that makes a difference.
And the
They
dog,
sense it.
The dog would sense it and warn her. And she was at a buffet and she was eating, and the dog started freaking out and like trying to warn her, but she just kept being like, "You be quiet, shut up," like and telling it to stop it. And then she fell on the floor and had a seizure.
Well, then why do you keep it around if you're not going to listen to its warnings?
Yeah.
She was hungry.
So what they are saying in this article, and this was brought up because of this incident that happened recently, where this lady was trying to take her support peacock with her on a flight, and even offered to buy the ticket and everything else. And the thing is, if you've got a lot of like flights will make you show that like your psychiatrist or whatnot has prescribed that you would have the animal with you. Essentially,
Most of those animals have to have a certification as well.
not for a support animal.
Oh, not for.
They
Okay.
have
for
to-
support.
They have to go through a
Yeah.
class.
So
Oh.
that's for a
Emotional support,
not for the support. That'd be for a service animal. But for a support
which is a
animal,
legitimate
right,
helper.
right, and I mean for a support animal that can be something that legitimately is needed too, and that's why a lot of airlines will require them to show that there is a letter from a licensed
But they
therapist
can't do
or
that because.
physician.
Well, so how did this lady get a
So,
peacock then?
I don't know, and the question
how do you get a
is that
peacock?
something that could be a support animal? That's what this article is about, and they're saying that. I mean, one of the guys that they talked to said, "I think any living creature could be an emotional support animal. Support is just in the eyes of the beholder." He says, "With dogs,
Eric is my support animal. Can he get on the plane free with me?
I sit in Jeremy's
You
lap.
have to sit
when
in
he
my
gets
lap though, and I
nervous.
have to pet you.
So welcome to the chat. I don't know how to say your name because it just looks like a bunch of letters strung together. Titus Nueves. He says we look like a
Tillerton.
bunch of fagots, like we're goats, but like
Cool.
But we're far.
far away.
Put your glasses
wait,
on. We'll
we're
be closer.
we're G goats.
Oh.
we're G goats.
Yeah, what's up, G goats in the house represent? Thanks for joining
Hey,
us.
what's up, Galactic?
Galactic Jax
Galactic
is here.
Jax.
Thank you for joining us. We're just talking about peacock support animals.
What do you think?
On
Yeah.
the topic of peacocks,
Yeah.
you had asked how she got one. Way
She
back.
stole it from the zoo.
No, there are ways you can get a peacock.
Of course, yeah. You
Sure.
can raise them and kill them for meat.
Yeah, because back when I worked at camp, we were right next to a peacock farm. And you know what I learned working there? A peacock's cry at a distance sounds nearly identical to a child yelling for help.
Really?
Yep.
That's super creepy.
Yep.
I wonder how tasty they'd be because they're
Yeah, it sounds. It
about
kind
the
of sounds
size
like
of a turkey, but probably a little
I
more
bet
lean.
they taste like a pheasant.
Some
Is
find it pleasant
That's
dining
probably
on pheasant.
true. I like pheasant.
That's
Pheasant's tasty.
weird.
Give me the
All
simple
right,
life.
let's go on to another story. We've had enough peacocking. This next story comes from the Huffington Post. It says,
Thank you.
Thank you for
What was-
following
That was
us.
follow, right?
You guys
appreciate
do
it.
call-ins? Yes, we do. You call 475 Tub Call.
Oh, I read that as, do you guys call INS? And I was like, why would we call them?
Sometimes we do.
Yeah, only if we need to report.
Only when we got to. All right. This next story comes from the HuffingtonPost.com. It says mystery toilet flusher turns out to be something pretty scary.
We have a video.
Jeremy's trying to just continue to fuel toilet fear.
Wait, is this the
are you
is this
talking
the
about?
guy that was throwing money in the toilet?
No, we have a video.
Okay.
There's a video.
Oh,
Jeremy's
this
trying
is-
to fuel
What are you
toilet
talking
nightmares.
about?
All right, let's
Why
watch
are
the
you
toilet.
blaming me?
Just shut up.
Since you brought the story.
Play the video.
Okay, so here we are. We're in a home in Doonan. We've got ourselves a brown tree snake in behind where the toilet flush is. So basically what happened, they can be hearing the toilet flushing continuously. So anyway, they opened it up and the snake has been sitting on the flush mechanism. So anyway, we're going to see if I can try and get him out.
Thank you for following.
Thank you.
Now, hopefully, he's going to be able to come straight out.
What is he doing?
He's trying to pull this snake out
Yeah.
of the wall.
Ew.
I hate snakes, Jock. Hate them.
So that's all right.
It's all right. I just got.
He just screamed like a little girl, and then
I
he
think
said
that was
sorry.
someone else in the background.
Oh, no.
Sounded like him.
At least we got getting him coming out now. That's the main thing.
Oh my God, you're brave.
You're so brave.
Going back in there. Fortunately, brown tree snakes can get a little bit.
But that's what it is, a brown tree snake.
Brown tree snake.
Yeah. I just didn't
Quite
know.
pretty, bud.
Yeah, I didn't know what sort it was.
Here he comes.
No, it was.
That's him flushing the toilet.
The
Yes.
snake is really
He's
long.
going Flying out of here in a second. That's it.
Oh,
She's
no.
backing up.
He
She's like,
goes.
I'm getting away from that.
Yay! He caught a snake in a toilet.
So if
Never-
your toilet's flushing and you don't know why.
Yeah, never go to Australia. That's what I've learned. There's all kinds of like
Snakes,
snakes and spiders that'll bite your privates, and
peacocks.
I think
there probably are peacocks there too.
we just need to teach them what kind of toilet snakes we use to clean out toilets.
Oh,
It's totally different.
It's a trouser snake. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I
I
think he's
think
talking
he's-
about snaking a toilet,
Yeah.
like plumbers do,
Oh.
An actual toilet
like
snake.
actual toilet snakes.
Oh, okay, I got it now.
Yeah, not the way that you went with that.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, be careful when you're going potty because there might be more than one snake in there. All right, this next story.
I mean,
What?
just
Kyle doesn't like snakes. It's one thing he has in common with Indiana Jones. The other thing he has in common is one time he was visiting Hawaii when there was a nuclear missile strike and he hid in a refrigerator. All right, this next story comes from FoxNews.com. It says Monopoly to encourage dishonesty in new Cheaters edition. You know what else they
you
do?
love that title.
Is whenever they follow the cheaters around and then they confront their spouse confronts them when they're
See,
cheating.
that's what I thought it was at first.
Yeah, so did I.
Cheaters
But that's not
edition.
it at all.
No, it's a cheaters edition of the game.
Oh, okay.
And I saw this morning and thought of Jeremy immediately because I know he likes to collect Monopoly games.
Yeah.
So this one has features with cards in the middle of the game that if you successfully get away with something and no one catches you because there is no banker, everybody banks for themselves in this version.
So it's like the real world.
It's like the real world. You bank for yourself, and if you can get away with taking things and doing all the shady things that you do in Monopoly,
My bank is in between my mattress and my box spring.
There's a lot of specialty cards that you get that you have to try to do these things.
Well, you don't have to,
Don't-
but if you get away with them,
my mattress
and nobody
and my box
catches
spring
it,
are euphemisms.
I don't know what
Sorry.
you're talking about right now.
So, okay, go ahead. Continue.
Mattress and box springs.
That's where I keep my bank.
Oh, your bank. Okay.
Go ahead. Don't let me interrupt you.
If you get away with it and it goes around to you again on your turn, then you get to pick up one of these special cards that gives you like a reward of X amount of money or a hotel or something that essentially helps you get ahead even more because nobody caught on to the fact that you were cheating. The jail actually has a plastic pair of handcuffs that if you get caught, you go to actual jail in this version.
You get handcuffed?
Yeah, with these plastic handcuffs that are tied to the jail spot. So you got to go sit by jail so that you can't cheat anymore until something else happens.
So some of the cards, I don't know if you can, if you've got any of them, but I can read a couple of them.
I don't in this
So
article.
they've got escape artists. When you're in jail, take off the handcuff. And then it's got two options. Did you get away with it? Advance to the next unowned property and take the title deed for that property for free.
Huh.
Did you get caught, meaning trying to take the handcuff off? Put it back on, stay in jail, and pay the player who caught you $100.
This seems really kind of elaborate in a way
It
that
is.
doesn't
There's
seem
some
fun.
of it. There's squatters rule where if you try to collect on someone else's owned property, like you're like, and someone lands on, I don't know, Illinois Ave, and you're like, that'll be $22, and the person pays you, and the person who actually owns Illinois Ave didn't notice that you collected on their rent, you then get to take that property from that person because now you own it because you're the squatter. So there's a lot of really weird ones, but
I bet if we played it, we would get the hang of it pretty quickly. But just listening to it, I'm like, okay, so.
But I feel like it's one of those games, if you've played it before, people aren't going to get away with it again.
No, so and here's the thing that the game is exactly the same. It's all the same rules and what you're doing in the game. It's just that it has these additional cards that if you decide that you're going to try and do something, you can try and do it, and if you get away with it, you get additional things like getting free property, getting $200 on the spot or whatnot. You get a reward for cheating essentially. But otherwise, the game is exactly the same. It's exactly what Monopoly has always been. So anybody that's played Monopoly before knows how to play this. The only difference is there's these different
Incentives to
cards
cheat.
and incentives to actually cheat. So,
Okay.
which is interesting because everybody. You hear people that
Everybody
have had
cheats at Monopoly, is that what you're saying?
Well, they cheat, or there's like different house rules that people play with, so that you can do different things and that you
like
would-
putting money on free parking
Right.
for the taxes. That's not in the rules, guys.
It's not. It makes the game go incredibly longer.
That's in everybody's rules.
Wait,
guys.
it does
It
make
is
it go
not
longer?
in the
Yeah,
rules.
because
Where would you put it?
because you're putting more money
In the
back into
bank.
the game.
Oh.
The
That's
bank
the
doesn't
rules,
deserve it.
Kyle.
Whenever you
Not
pay,
my house.
whenever you pay like a utility or something, you
Yes. Any board.
I know
pay-
that everybody knows that's the rules. Nobody.
Kyle doesn't think that's.
Well, it is.
No, if you
but
get-
that you play house rules and
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
play it that way. That's just it's.
And then people complain that the game takes too long.
yeah, I never realized that that's what caused it to take so
Yeah,
long.
because you're
boosting everybody.
Yeah, exactly. You're the bank who's putting extra money into the financial system, basically.
I will say though, they're calling it that we've all been saying it encourages cheating, but at the same time, by labeling it the Cheaters Edition, you're encouraging people to be on the lookout for cheaters.
Oh, absolutely. That's
true.
what I mean. I think if you play this game more than one time, the cheating's going to happen less frequently because people are going to go, no, I'm paying attention to my properties because I don't want you to try to steal my property from me because I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, but if you've got
Or
4 or
get out
5
of jail
people
free,
playing,
or-
it makes it that much more
True.
difficult to be able to keep an eye on everybody throughout the entire thing.
Sure.
So I think it's going to be one of those things because it looks like there's different things that you're actually doing. You could. What's happening? What are
Nothing.
you?
What's wrong?
You're just sitting there with a fake smile on your face.
Oh, I didn't know you guys were watching that screen. I thought you were talking. Yeah, I don't. I'm curious to see like what kind of game it's like. I mean, it's Monopoly, so it should be fun, right?
Yeah.
I didn't mean to distract you. I'm sorry. I was just having fun with myself. I mean, this Monopoly game looks like fun, but I guarantee it's not going to be as fun as the Super Bowl edition. All right. I think that does it for our stories.
I think that's just the NFL edition.
So let's jump in to that 404 club. Give me that 404.
No intelligence found.
Does he know he's dumb?
There's something seriously wrong with you.
Wouldn't want to embarrass yourself in front of your fellow perverts.
You don't deserve the air you breathe, buddy.
Here's this week's nomination for the hardest 404ing on the internet.
All right, here's last week's poll, and 3 votes for, oh well, mine's real. This is the security guard that caught 2 young men robbing a 7-Eleven, and he burst through the door, shooting first.
Asking questions, never.
He injured these 2 lads, and they will probably think twice before robbing another convenience store. Okay, Loggenfeld's asking, is Eric okay, or does he need to go poo-poo? I'm fine. I was just smiling.
on both accounts.
Got to go poo-poo.
I'm just smiling. I'm practicing smiling more on air. I feel like it would be better if I was happier, if I had more energy. I wasn't so depressed.
So,
wait, you're depressed?
Did any
All
of
the
you guys' mother tell you as a child that it takes less muscles to smile?
It's a bunch of bullcrap.
That is
Anyone
such
do that?
bullcrap.
It
Not
hurts
true.
sometimes when I try to smile.
Even if it was true, the right answer is, so you're telling me, Mom, you want me to be lazy?
Ooh.
Why?
Because it takes less muscles to smile.
Yeah, it's a good argument.
Yeah.
Use that at home, kids. That's why we have a real hot crowd of like 12 and under.
That's right.
It's not scientifically accurate though.
Yeah.
Men in a Tub, we help you talk back to your parents.
Aha, yeah. We got more young viewers than Logan Paul.
Yeah, because he's not on YouTube anymore. He's maybe. I don't know. He probably still is.
He's still on YouTube.
He's just going to be bigger than he was before now.
Now more subscribers than Logan Paul and featuring less dead people hanging from trees. All right.
1 fewer.
Yeah.
So let's jump into this week's contenders. Super Bowl. It's a Super Bowl. Super Bowl. That's a double copyright problem right there. There's a song, and I sang Super Bowl too, the melody. So
We're flying past us.
all right. DailyMail.com, Daily M-A-I-L, just so you know, DailyMail.com is a
It's where you
mail
buy your
order
underwear.
service where you
That's
pick,
MALE.
you pick a man.
Daily Mails. And this is the mail that is up for picking today.
Says how not to remove a wasp nest. Man tries to remove insects from his tree with just a plastic shopping bag. Huh? What's he saying?
You know I don't
think
speak
he
Spanish,
speaks.
Baxter.
Speak human Spanish.
He's saying there's a lot of wasps in that tree. I shall take this plastic bag and put it over them.
You're a bad interpreter.
I am being careful, though, because they may sting me. I need to get up one more step. I hope I do not fall.
It's a rung on a ladder, not a step.
Ooh, it's really high up here. I can see your mother's house.
He said 3.
There was 3 different plastic bags I had here, but the green one I liked the best. It matched the tree leaves. I'm hoping that will fool them.
I really like your interpretation. It's nice.
Okay, see. Oh, it's morning time. The rooster. Ow! He wraps it around his hand. He wrapped the bag around his hand, and they stung him like crazy.
Teddy says he isn't Mexican. You racists.
I didn't say he was.
No one did.
I didn't say
I think
he
we
was.
just assumed that he was speaking in Spanish.
I know all the languages.
I think he's Cuban.
I can translate. I'm
Maybe
an interpreter.
Maybe he's Puerto Rican. Maybe he's from South America somewhere.
Can we watch the end of that one more time?
Yeah, Kuipers, can you play
Yeah,
that
Kuipers,
last
play
part?
it again.
Skip ahead again.
Yeah, I know that's difficult.
I know
but
it's hard for you.
we have
but
technology.
We can do it.
Yes, we love technology.
Just fast forward.
Yeah, play that.
Yeah.
And then
Halfway.
skip ahead.
At
half.
least.
Play it.
Minimum half.
Half. Yeah, half.
A little more. A little more.
Oh, he stopped it.
Oh, man. Come on. There you go. I feel like that's good.
That's good.
All right. See that the rooster just crowed.
Yeah, that's a sign of death.
Yep.
In their culture.
Yeah.
He's warning him. You're about to die. The hornets are going to kill you.
He did not listen.
Oh, now we speak rooster.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was his peacock.
He's like, how did they get through the bag?
Sounded like he was swearing in English.
No, he wasn't. That's not what you heard.
Yeah. All right.
He's
Yeah, I don't-
Muslim.
I don't
and
think-
he's Muslim, and he said pork.
No, Teddy says he thought he heard us say Mexican. I don't think so. I did say human Spanish, and I shouldn't have said it because it's like an inside joke. It doesn't make sense out of context, but I should explain it just so Teddy can say something rude to me later. But it's just a funny little thing. Like when my daughter was real young, she was talking about our dog, and the way she explained to me that the dog couldn't speak our language is she was just like, I don't know, she was probably 3 or 4, and she was like, Hermione, she doesn't speak human Spanish. And it just was funny. So now I just think that's what English
I get
is
it now.
funny. Yeah, it's kind of stupid, but anyway. So.
I also get it.
You all get the joke now. You're inside the joke. You were outside, and now you're welcome to the warm insides. So that's our first one. Do we have any names for this? Bag me a bee is one suggestion. Sting bag of Arabia is another suggestion.
Yeah, and just to clarify, we had someone asking if they were bees. This was actually wasps.
How about watch
and
me
wasps?
wasp, watch me nay nay, watch me wasp. Watch. No? Okay.
How would you do that?
That's the nay.
Shaking your hand with the bag of wasp on it.
Mm-hmm.
No, they are insects for those that were asking as well.
How about
Jolliver says sting bag of Arabia.
Yeah, I already said that one.
You already said that.
Trev Dog says bee bagger. What about practice safe wasping? Because he's putting a plastic on. He's on them.
Oh,
sorry, never mind. That's really bad. Not gonna say that one, Teddy. You racist. Yeah, I don't know about paper or plastic. I like that one. That's a wasp.
Wasp me.
Wasp me.
Wasp me nay nay.
Wasp me nay nay.
I couldn't. I got stuck on the wasp and it just kept repeating it. A broken record.
Yeah. Yep. Blue bag.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on. Next one. The next 404. The next 404. Are you ready for the next 404? 404. The independent.co.uk says, hey, woman with a vegan face tattoo astounds the internet. This lady got a vegan tattoo on her head. On her
That's not all.
Kind of like on her temple above her eyebrow a little.
A woman who had the word vegan tattooed on her face has shocked the internet. Kate Alice is a passionate vegan from Preston.
Is there an unpassionate vegan, just to clarify?
No, I've never come across an
together.
vegan.
unpassionate vegan.
Okay, great. Just making sure.
I mean, and if YouTube is any indication,
No offense
they're extremely
to vegans,
passionate.
but I'm just making sure.
They preach about it all the time on YouTube.
I like watching vegan YouTube videos. They're fun.
We should start making some.
Okay.
She recently decided to take her dedication to veganism to the next level by having the word vegan tattooed on her face. Let's see. There's a picture that they had posted that you see here. Face tattoo next. And then now I don't need to tell everyone I'm vegan every 5 minutes. Taking to Twitter on Thursday, she wrote, got a suicide awareness and vegan tattoo today. Love them. Another Twitter user shared the tweet with photos of Alice taken on Snapchat before and after having the tattoo done with the caption, now I don't need to tell everyone I'm vegan every 5 minutes. A face tattoo definitely makes a bold statement, and Alice has received a huge response to the tattoo with very mixed opinions. However, despite the backlash that Alice has had to face, she doesn't regret the decision whatsoever.
Of course she's going to tell you
that. A lot
that.
of tattoos that people don't get necessarily have a meaning behind them, but as I'm incredibly passionate about veganism and know that I'll be a vegan for life, I wanted this to be someplace visible, she told The Independent. I have had a lot of comments about being unemployable, which doesn't matter to me since I've been self-employed since I was 18. Besides, it's easy to cover with makeup and a fringe. Of course, the tattoo on my face received a lot of negative reaction in general, not because of the location of the tattoo, but because people seem to get upset when they see the word vegan, which is something that I have grown used to on a daily basis. Alice has explained her motivation for going vegan. I primarily went vegan a few years ago because of empathy for animals, but I'm still learning every day about the negative impacts of animal-based products. Sometimes watch Netflix and YouTube documentaries, and there are many on the platforms now which have helped to educate me further on the links between animal products and topics such as climate change, world hunger, water shortages, and many illnesses in human. Is there something else that I'm missing in this story, or is that it?
She tattooed vegan on her face. That's it.
So, question.
Didn't somebody go, wait for it? Like, there's more. Like, I thought somebody teased it.
There was another tattoo that she did this at the same time on her wrist.
What is it?
That one's a suicide prevention.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was like you were teasing that as a build-up, Jeremy.
No,
like
there was no build-up. Sorry.
So let me see if I get this straight. She felt that vegan was the more prominent thing to broadcast than suicide
Yeah,
prevention.
she got them done at the same time. One's hidden on her wrist, and the other's on her face.
I don't know that your wrist is hidden, but...
No, but
I think vegan, she wanted it more prominent because she's saying, when you go to restaurants and you have to, like, explain to people, at least they're like,
now everyone will know.
It's like, oh, I'm a vegan, so...
She's proselytizing now.
Now...
That's what vegans do.
That's kind of, yeah. They're very passionate about it, and rightfully so. It's the best way to live. If we could all be vegans, we'd be better people, and the environment would be better off for it. We'd have less cow farts killing all of our service peacocks. Everything would be better. But, we like meat, and that's just kind of the society we live in, and we like the animal byproducts as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm still confused about where this fits in as a 404.
Because
anyone who gets a face tattoo should be a 404 opportunity.
Jeremy disagrees with face tattoo.
Opinion.
It's not my fault, guys. Y'all didn't put no 404s in this week.
That's true.
That's true.
Jeremy did pick the 404s, so he has a right to think
People get a vote.
That putting tattoos on your face is dumb. I would disagree. I think that's cool, and I wish I was brave enough to do it. I would have a cool like a tattoo that said like wanna be vegan is what mine would say. That I wish I could be a
Wallaby vegan?
Wallaby vegan is what it would say. Good day, mate. I'm a wallaby
Sorry,
vegan. I don't eat any
Eric
of that meat.
wishes he had a wannabe vegan tattoo. Doesn't fit.
Okay, sorry. How about wallaby vegan? Could I get a wallaby tattoo? I keep bouncing in and out of accents.
I was just waiting for like the tattoo to be something that was actually animal based.
Oh, she misspelled. It says vegan.
Or that, yeah.
The ink was animal byproduct.
That would be funny.
Here's the thing about veganism. I think I talked about it before on the show, but was the guy that gave her the tattoo, or the gal, whoever gave her a tattoo, or did they eat meat? Because then technically they're powered by animals. And
you have to go to a vegan, tattoo artist.
Some tattoo inks are actually made with animal products.
I know. That's why I'm saying, like, is that what the 404 is here? Is that? That's what I was waiting for.
Maybe the tattoo artist eats meat. Maybe that's what the 404 is here. I think that really what Jeremy's 404 is that she got a vegan face tattoo, and he thinks it's stupid because of his plot in the world and where he's at and his status in his life and where he's positioned and what his perspective. This is a dumb thing, and he can't understand it from his perspective, and so he's not the only person that would think this way. So it's fine. So if everyone agrees, then the vegan tattoo, we'll have a good name for it. Let's call it something like.
Eric's trying to be a vegan.
Vegan.
Now.
I'm a vegan.
Or in attitude and character.
Stop being such a vegan.
And how you're talking.
Jolliver says, I really want Eric to get a face tattoo. What's the Patreon level, or how many $10 for that?
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's got to be like multi-million or something.
It would have to be enough for me to not ever have to have like a real job again.
And be seen in public.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't mind being seen in public. I mean, depending on what the tattoo was. But I could always alter it.
It's just a big old peacock.
That's fine. I would. Oh man, could you imagine that? Like you could get the feathers kind of wrapped around your eye.
It actually could be pretty cool.
You could have like a sweet peacock.
No, it's just it's just the NBC logo.
Oh well, then in that case,
that would be, as long as you get advertising fees for that for the rest
it's
of your
like
life.
every time I'm on a video, I have to go NBC.
Wasn't that a big thing for a while where people would get face tattoos for advertisements and they'd get paid to have it?
I think there was something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. There's some things in the chat. Brown Eyes agrees with you, Jeremy. So
that person's smart.
She thinks that this is a 404 as well.
Thanks for that login fail. That's a special treat for anybody that's in the chat right now.
Yeah, anyone in the chat,
so
read that.
You get to
and
enjoy that. We're not going to repeat it, but thank you. I also like that euphemism. That's a fun one.
That is really funny.
All right, so do we have a name for this, Jeremy?
Nope.
Okay.
Interesting, I think, was
All right.
up there.
Okay. How about Vegan Ink, but INC? But like it's like ink because it's like a tattoo. Like Vegan Incorporated, but like Vegan Ink. It's like a pun on tattoos.
On what?
On tattoos, on ink.
Oh.
Like ink. INK, INC. How about
Inky?
How about vegan gets face tattoo?
That pretty much describes it.
Nice to meet you.
That's the first thing I'd want to say to this person.
Spelled with as meat.
Well,
yes.
obviously.
Yeah, Jeremy, that's what Jeremy would say. He'd walk up to her and he'd say, "Nice to meet you," and that is spelled MEAT.
No, he just pulls out a whole ham. Nice to meet you.
That's what I shake her hand with a hot dog. Nice to meet you. Have you seen those videos where they're putting hot dogs in people's pockets?
Yeah, I shared it.
Yeah, it was.
Teddy
This is
says
probably where you saw it.
Yeah,
V
it probably was.
for
But we should
us.
put a hot dog in her pocket.
V for us
What?
for vegan. I don't want to talk about
Let's
hot
not.
dogs.
Y'all
Let's
are
steer away
pervy.
from that.
Already enough hot dog garages in the chat.
Yeah.
So there's
Facebook, family friendly.
all right. Well, Jeremy, we'll trust that you got something going on. here.
Okay.
You got it going on. You always got it going on. So now, in a matter of moments, you can go to twitter.com// is it a forward slash? More men in a tub
//
men in a tub, and you can vote for that. Okay. So everybody do that.
I came up with a good one. Yes, I named it myself. Get over it.
All right. Jeremy came up with a good one. Get over it.
It's a little amusing.
Deal with it. Okay. Jeremy came up with it himself.
Well, I figured someone had to
Jeremy's
name
404.
it, so I did.
All right, let's just dip our toes in the mailbag this time, okay? I usually go too heavy on it. Let's just check the water, okay?
Got something on your mind?
I didn't know where to turn.
Send us an email, message, or a call.
You've got mail.
No, we don't.
We don't have mail?
I don't think so.
You know, one of these times we're gonna have mail. Hoping.
It's gonna be so cool.
And it'll be special.
So you guys can send us mail, or email that is, to Minutub. But it's actually the email is Tubcast at minutatub.com. Tubcast@minutatub.com, or you can call and leave us a voicemail.
475 Tub call.
475.
882-2255.
Those are the numbers that correlate with the letters Tub call. All right.
Tub call.
Call, leave us a voicemail. Do that. It's for your health. It's beneficial. It doesn't give you cancer. So one thing that is cancer free. Maybe like, you know how everything is like no MSG, gluten free, or like not gluten free, but like what's the other one that they like to
Vegan.
No trans fats. No trans fat. You know, like maybe they'll just start putting cancer free on stuff just to help people out.
I like when they put gluten free on things that would never have gluten in them.
Like glue.
Like potatoes.
Oh
yeah. You might not. You know, with potato, you could question it because you're like, well, it's kind of starchy, and you know, it could. I don't know.
I suppose.
And if they
You
put
could
a
be confused
bread
about it.
crust on it.
French fries. All right, everybody. We have nothing left for you other than to graciously thank our Patreon peeps. This is a part of the show where we want to thank them Patreon peeps. They're the ones that really step up to the plate. They do it each and every month. They generously and kind-heartedly donate to our show, our brand, Men in a Tub. They make it happen. You know, teamwork makes the dream work. And that's what they do. They help us out. So we'd like to thank all of our Patreon peeps very, 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 very much. You too can become a Patreon peep. You can go to meninatub.com and click on Patreon, or you can go to patreon.com/meninatub, and you can find out all the perks and porks and pigs, everything else you want to be there. If you want us to become vegan for a month, there's a level for that. So all the things,
not tattooed,
just not a tattoo. No, everything you want to learn about that's there. But that does it for our show. We're really glad that you joined us tonight.
Yeah.
We're really glad that we got to be with you. We got to commune as brothers and sisters of the tub. It was a very, very powerful, maybe even a spiritual experience.
It was something.
It was great.
What you need to do is go and tattoo Men in a Tub on your face. And then when people ask you, if you can spread the good news,
I would be willing to give.
Tub.
I would be willing to give. I mean, I suppose my brother would be upset, but I'd be willing to give Crazy Legs $1 million $1,000 if he got a Men in a Tub face tattoo.
No, recant that. I would feel really bad because I know he would very seriously consider
I feel like
that.
we can all support that. I feel like we can.
Crazy. I know you're not watching right now, but if you hear this, which I know that you can sense it when we talk about you.
Yeah. But you have to do it by Super Bowl Sunday.
If you,
I'm waiting. There you go. That's a nice.
It's a nice end cap to this episode. Yes, I am a cult leader. Call me Eric Koresh. So thought really hard about that one. We're gonna go ahead and leave here after our systematic testicle removal process. We will be catching the hail bop, but until then, we'll circle the planet and we'll come back. We'll be here Wednesday night for the loop, 100% testicle free.
No, let's be technical. It was a spaceship following the hail bop.
Okay, yes. I mean, you just got to get people excited, and then you get the details. You know, you just want them to get on board. But yeah,
you should always get. Never mind.
Of course, you want them on board. That's how we're leaving.
That's true. We have to board the spaceship called Hellbop. Everybody, get your Nikes on. It's time to fly. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Sleep tight. Dream of aliens. Dream of cults. Dream of fun things, like the Super Bowl.
Cults and aliens are fun things to dream about.
I think so.
They can dream about Men in a Tub.
I also like dreaming about alien cults.
They do.
Yeah.
They do dream about Men in a Tub?
They do.
Oh, okay.
But do androids dream
Hold
of
it!
electric sheep?
Stop the train! Stop it!
What train?
Turn it off. Shut the music off.
What are we doing?
What?
We just gotta successfully redeem the Kuiper's dance.
Ha!
I feel like that was within time.
That was just barely there, but we gotta do it. We gotta honor the system.
Honor the system.
Yep.
What genre would you like?
Jolliver. Since you picked it.
We gotta hang out here now and wait for this. Jolliver, pick a thing. Pick a song. A song. You know, copyright doesn't matter anymore, right? If there's a song called Super Bowl,
we don't get any money back.
Thanks,
baby,
YouTube.
it's the Super Bowl. I don't call it the big game because I don't got respect for trademark process. Super Bowl. What do we call it? What do we want, Kuipers?
Or do you want us to sing a song for him to dance to?
That does not ever go well.
Yes, it does.
He didn't pay that much.
Okay.
I'll play a Bare Naked Ladies song if you don't pick something.
Yes, do it. That's what it is. Chosen for you, Gabe.
Yeah, I was listening to them. All right, he picked I Just Want to Fly
What about
by
Mbop?
Sugar Ray.
Oh, I was hoping Mbop from
Well,
the
he
90s.
already picked one, so it's too late. Wait, Kuipers, wait for the music, Kuipers.
Yeah.
You know better.
You bad Kuiper.
In turn.
Sorry, it's been a while.
He's forgot how this works. You guys really lit up his day. You know, it's just Kuipers has been waiting to dance for.
Nobody puts Kuipers in a corner.
Wait for. He just hasn't. He has.
Put him in a box.
We put Kuipers in the corner.
He hasn't.
We put Kuipers in a corner.
He hasn't had a chance to fly for so long. I feel like it just makes him happy, and life is better this way. I don't know why sometimes I struggle so much to find it. It just want to fly. It's called Fly. That's why.
I want to fly away. Not that one.
I don't know.
Is this an explicit song?
I don't think it's the right one. Is it? Is that
I
the
thought
right?
it was the one I had in my head.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's it.
Wait. I think it was the wrong one.
No,
There's the right one. Here's the right one.
This is it.
There we go.
I had it right in my head.
Good job.
That's not how Superman flies. It's
Welcome, Carlos. I think it is 505.
Guten Morgen.
No, it's Carol Us.
All around the world, statues crumble for me.
Sing it, Jeremy.
I don't know the words, of course.
Everywhere I go, people stop and they say,
At my vegan tattoo
on my face.
I just wanna fly.
put your
Arms around me, baby. Put your arms around me, baby. I just wanna fly. Put your arms around me, baby. Put your arms around me, baby. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in to this special broadcast. It was really lovely. Thanks for that ending, Jolliver. Thanks for oh, is this what we're doing? Okay.
Yes.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Group hugs.
starting or the end. We'll find out, I'm told. My mother, she told me so.
I just wanna fly.
Arms around me, baby. Put your arms around me, baby. I just wanna fly. Biggity bop, biggity boop, bop. Arms around me, baby. Put your arms around me, baby. Ooh. Wait, you're playing like a bottle over there. It's very nice.
Thanks for that, Jolliver. Thank you so much.
Good night, everybody.
Want to fly.
Wicka, wicka, wicka.